Abraham Lincoln was assassinated on April 14th, 1865, a few months after being reelected as president. He was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth, who was part of a theater family of three, which were popular in their day. Booth was bothered not just over the war, but also he was angry that prisoner exchanges between the North and the South had stopped. A law passed by the Confederate Congress stopped the exchange of either black soldiers or white officers. Jefferson Davis had previously made a similar proposal. Lincoln, however, wanted all prisoners exchanged, black, white, and officers. Davis refused. Lincoln followed then by ending all exchanges of all prisoners. Booth, who wasn't himself committed enough to fight for the Confederacy, still saw himself as a Southern patriot, and it was his time to shine. At first, he developed a plan with a few other fellows that they were going to kidnap Lincoln. Lincoln had known Booth. He had seen some of his plays, and he once invited him to the White House, but Booth refused to attend. Booth felt that if he kidnapped Lincoln, he could force the prisoner exchanges. Lincoln said that he was having dreams about assassinations, but he wasn't sure who was actually getting assassinated. Booth was seeing the end of the Southern cause. Numerous battles had been lost, and Lincoln had been reelected. It was time, perhaps, for something more aggressive and sinister. Booth and a Confederate spy named Surratt came up with a plan and decided that Lincoln must die. Booth was going to kill Lincoln himself. Since Booth had access to the theater and he also knew Lincoln, he felt that he would not be seen as suspicious as he would enter the chamber. Booth then assigned Powell, a Confederate soldier, to kill William Seward, the Secretary of State, at his home. A man named Harold, a pharmacist assistant familiar with Washington, would lead Powell to Seward's home. George Azarat was assigned to kill Vice President Johnson. Azarat thought about bowing out of the attempted assassination because originally he had just signed up for kidnapping Lincoln. Before Booth went to the theater, he of course stopped by the local bar to gain his courage. Unfortunately for Lincoln, it appeared that his guard had also gone to the bar. Booth entered, shot Lincoln in the back of the head, had a brief altercation with Rathbone, a Union officer, and then jumped down from the stage. Upon landing on the stage, he broke his leg. There are a half a dozen versions, of not more, of what he said, but it was either an expression of a patriotic nature or jubilation in his accomplishment. Booth was able to escape by horse. When Powell went to kill Seward, his gun misfired, so he used a knife and stabbed him, but there were people in the house and he was forced to flee. In the meantime, Azarat had lost his nerve and he ended up at the bar. The largest manhunt began. All would be captured and killed relatively quickly, except for the Confederate spy, John Surratt. He fled to Quebec, then to England, then to the Papal States, and finally he was captured on November 1866 in Egypt. If you like these short personal videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for listening.